Why exactly did Michael Keaton's Batman give up his mission as the Caped Crusader? The filmmakers behind The Flash shot a scene explaining his reasons, but it'll be a while before fans get to see it. It's exceedingly clear that Warner Brothers wanted to tap into the nostalgia of a certain age group by including Michael Keaton's Batman in the ensemble of The Flash. Whether that decision worked, or you found it to be a cynical ploy for eyeballs, or you fall somewhere in between, Keaton embraced the opportunity to return to a defining role for him, and audiences get to see plenty of his Batman on screen. One thing viewers won't learn about, though, at least in the theatrical version, is exactly why Keaton's Bruce Wayne decided to hang up his cape and cowl and retire as Batman in his universe. In a recent interview with IndieWire's Filmmaker Toolkit podcast, director Andy Muschietti explained he actually shot a scene that explains why Keaton's Bruce transitioned from the hero we last saw in 1992's Batman Returns into the long-haired, isolated guy who let Wayne Manor fall into utter disarray. He said, "I was very attracted to the idea of finding Bruce Wayne 30 years later and seeing him and basically fantasizing about what his life would have been 30 years later. The idea of also the reason why he quit being Batman was very important to me." The director added that the deleted scene would be included in the digital release of The Flash, saying,
"We took it out for pacing reasons, but for me it's very revealing and very important."
Keeping that scene in the film sounds like a fight the director may have ended up losing against the studio. Since Muschietti went out of his way to talk about how important the scene was to him, we have to assume he would have kept it in if he had full control. Keaton has such a significant role in the movie, so one might wonder if his character's inclusion would have been more meaningful to audiences if we had the opportunity to learn more about why Bruce made that key decision. Viewers will be able to judge for themselves when the movie hits home video and they can actually watch the scene. All that said, Muschietti's relationship with Warner Brothers seems pretty solid, in spite of the scene being cut and the disappointing opening weekend box office for The Flash. DC Studios recently hired him to direct Batman: The Brave and the Bold. The film will be the first live-action Batman movie in James Gunn and Peter Safran's official reboot of the DC Universe, which kicks off with Superman Legacy and will feature the same actors portraying DC's costumed heroes across film, TV, and video games. As one of the architects of The Brave and the Bold, Muschietti should have plenty of opportunities to explore the Dark Knight however he wants moving forward. Just a note, Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2 is still on the way, but that film and its predecessor take place in a separate timeline where Robert Pattinson is Batman, and it supposedly won't cross paths with the core DCU timeline. Elsewhere in the IndieWire interview, Muschietti discusses the evolution of Keaton's Bruce Wayne in The Flash, answering questions some viewers might have had about why Batman's technology seems to have improved between now and his last outing in the cowl. The idea of transformation is important to me. I didn't want to find Bruce Wayne in the same spot where we left him 30 years ago. I want to create a bit of backstory where he kept being Batman for a few more years, hence the new gadgets and the technology that we see.
It's like bringing back a classic, it's like bringing back the Beatles.
So Burton Batman purists wondering why Keaton's Batsuit looks slightly different or the Batwing is a three-seater now. It turns out this didn't need to be a case taken on by the world's greatest detective. You can consider those particular mysteries solved.